What if Peggy Carter did steroids?
What if Nebula had hair?
What if Black Panther was in Spaceballs?
What if Tony Stark was dead?
What if Shaun of the Dead?
What if Doctor Strange was less evil?
What if Tony Stark was dead?
What if Thor was clean shaven?
What if Darcy fucked a duck?
What if Killmonger liked anime?
What if Spiderman mentioned Uncle Ben?
What if Ultron was Vision?
What if Age of Ultron was good?
What if Tony Stark got killed?
What if Loki didn't make out with a version of himself? I'm not forgetting Marvel!
Welcome back to the Out of Touch podcast. I'm Chris, that's Bill, and today we're talking about Marvel What If, the new animated series from Marvel.
Specifically Marvel Studios.
Indeed. So Bill, what did you think of this, and how many things do you have to say about this cartoon romp into the multiverse?
It started off kind of but I really enjoyed it towards the end.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't hate it. I don't love it though. I'm just kind of like indifferent towards it. I sort of like watched it and I was kind of like, I can't believe I'm watching another Marvel thing. There's been so many Marvel things.
At least 97 this year alone.
Like, this is the fourth TV show, right?
We had WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki Love Fest.
And this.
Yeah.
I think I might be getting a little marveled out.
Oh no.
But
there's still a Hawkeye show this year.
Oh.
And 2 more movies.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Oh boy. You're not gonna like next year when there's like 87 shows.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well. Yeah. Okay. Marvel fatigue aside, not too bad. But I guess I don't know. It was fine. I guess multiverse stuff. I'm like, okay, this is like the new thing, because instead of thinking of new characters, we're just gonna be like, what if other characters were like other characters? So,
pretty much.
Yeah.
There was a couple like that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is loosely inspired by Marvel's old What If titles, where the Watcher would show the readers the multiverse and all the different worlds and how things were usually not as good as the regular universe.
Right. And most of the time it was an excuse to, like, kill people.
Yeah, just to have a story where everybody dies.
Yeah.
And that was kind of this show.
Yeah, it was.
It is a bit of a creative freedom. It's like, oh, I can just kill everyone because there's no consequence, because we don't have to worry about what happens next.
Yeah. So I guess we'll go in order of each one and just kind of briefly talk about each one and our thoughts. So the first one was, what if Peggy Carter was Captain Britain? Or got the super soldier serum instead of Steve.
What if Captain Carter was the first Avenger? I believe is the real title.
Okay.
And yeah, it's exactly that. It's something, the point of divergence is, I guess, the guy that assassinates the scientist and causes chaos acted earlier, and they had Steve got hurt and he couldn't get the serum. We have to use this on somebody.
Yeah. So Peggy jumps in and
becomes a super soldier.
Yeah.
And even though she's all adorned in like the British flag and stuff, she's just called Captain Carter.
Yeah, it's weird. They never call her Captain Britain.
There must be a reason for that.
Yeah.
Not an in-universe reason, more like we want to do something with Captain Britain later, so we're not going to use that name.
Yeah, I do think this one was like the weakest one. Some of the positive things though about it, real quick. Just for me, I do like that she actually got like bigger when she got the soldier stuff, but yeah.
It makes sense because that incarnation of the serum did that.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if she just stayed the same.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I still think it was the weakest one though.
Yeah, when I watched that, I remember being like, oh, this is kind of, yeah. I just felt like I was skimming through a weird alternate version of the first Avenger.
Yeah.
Because it really just like, we're just hitting this beat, but it's slightly different, and then this beat, and it's slightly different, and now this beat, and it's slightly different. But it still played out the events more or less the same. culminating in the tragic separation of Peggy and Steve, except it's inverted. The only real difference is Steve Rogers getting a robot mech suit.
Yeah, he has like an Iron Man suit that's like called the Hydra Stomper.
Yeah.
And also, I guess, I almost said Doctor Doom, but I was like, Red Skull opened a portal to Monster World or something, and
Sure, why not?
tentacles came out. I'm like, so I'm a ghost this? Whatever.
I don't know.
It's connected to the Doctor Strange stuff, but whatever.
Kind of calls back to that a little later.
Yeah.
And then she ends up in the present day, or at least circa 2011, 2012, one would assume.
Right. Because that's what happens.
Yep.
Okay, what was next?
What if T'Challa was a Star-Lord?
This is the first one that was like, okay, maybe this show actually won't suck.
Yeah, because it was like, we start out with a familiar scene, but then we just completely dovetailed into a very different and pretty fun heist story. And seeing all these weird different versions of like the space characters, like Thanos, who's like super chill and now he's a good guy, Nebula with hair, and she's kind of a femme fatale.
Yeah, it's the most like different universe compared to, I think, all the other ones.
Pretty much.
Because all the other ones are kind of like, it's pretty much the movie, except we changed like this one element. Or, you know, everything aesthetically is like more like the movies, but this one is like, all the characters are so completely different.
Yeah,
like,
the Ravagers are a band of like good guys. They're like Robin Hoods. They go around helping people. Like everything is so different. We briefly meet Drax. His family's alive. He's just a happy dude.
Yeah.
He's just working at a bar.
Yeah, because T'Challa, you know, as you said, like convinced Thanos to join his group, and Thanos is still like with his plan where he's like, I just want to kill half the life. It's like, that still sounds like genocide.
He's not gonna do his plan, but he thinks it was still a good idea, and he just wants some kind of validation, it seems.
Yeah.
He's just like, they're all just like, Thanos.
You scamp.
Oh God, if only they knew.
Yeah. Definitely the most fun. They fight like a more muscular version of the Collector at the end.
Yeah, and another major point of difference, that's kind of subtle, but we see like in the Collector's trophy case a whole bunch of trophies from all the other Avengers who I just assume he killed.
For some reason.
Yeah.
I guess if Thanos didn't go to Earth, or maybe Loki never made the deal with Thanos, so the Chitauri, what are they called? Chitauri invasion didn't happen in first Avengers movie. It was just like, I guess Collector's like, I'm gonna collect this stuff.
I'm just gonna take this.
Yeah. It's interesting. There's also a little element too that was kind of cool with like the Wakandans looking for T'Challa in space.
Because the big point of difference is that Yondu got a couple of his mooks to grab Peter Quill, but they didn't grab Peter Quill. They grabbed T'Challa because all humans look alike.
Yeah.
Even if one's white and one's black, because they're just a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, they're from space. There's like a million different colored like people.
They're dumb. They're confused. They're probably drunk. And they just kind of said, fuck it. Fuck getting the kid. And Yondu just takes T'Challa around space and shows him stuff and becomes his surrogate dad.
Yeah, it's mainly because like T'Challa gets kidnapped and like he doesn't have the normal kid reaction of like crying and being like, I want to go home. He's just like more like curious and not really afraid. And Yondu's like, I like you, kid.
Yeah.
I'll show you the stars.
And he's like, yes. And then Yondu lies to him. It's like, oh, I couldn't bring you home. Everybody died.
Yeah.
Because he's still a prick.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, that one was really great. I wish more of them were like that drastically different than the regular movie world.
I think we almost got one that was like that, but
yeah, you're right.
It got canceled because of COVID. We'll talk about that one when we talk about like the last one, I think, for a minute.
Okay.
And we have there's a little stinger at the end of this one because that starts to happen in these where we get these like everything's fine, or is it?
To be continued.
Because we get Ego finding Peter Quill.
Yeah.
Who's working at like a Dairy Queen.
Right.
Still listening to his Walkman.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got his headphones on and everything. So, yeah.
It's weird that they paid Kurt Russell for a line of dialogue, but I guess not Chris Pratt.
Yeah, what's it? Maybe he's just too busy.
Maybe. Or maybe it was like the Batista situation where it's like, Batista's like, nobody asked me.
Yeah.
But they're just like, well, we did ask, but somebody didn't tell you. I don't know. It's weird.
That is weird.
Just have Kevin Feige call them up directly. It's fine.
He's got time.
He's got a... I mean, nah, probably not, but he could probably send a text. It's like, hey, talk to your agents. We want to put you in this cartoon.
Yeah.
Love, Kevin. Hugs and kisses.
Hugs and kisses. Yeah.
Oh, man. But then the next one. What if the world lost its mightiest heroes?
Right.
Which literally opens up. Hey, it's that scene from Iron Man 2. Get out of the donut, Iron Man. Oh, shit, he's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how much I could say about this because, like, really the big twist is, like, all the Avengers get, like, murdered in, like, pretty brutal ways. I kind of forgot how Thor got murdered.
Hawkeye's arrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did Hawkeye's arrow do to him? Did he just shoot him?
Because he was depowered.
Oh, that's right.
It was depowered Thor, and Hank Pym smacked Hawkeye's finger or whatever, and the arrow shot and killed him.
Oh, that's right. And
Oh, I just spoiled Hank Pym. It was
Right.
Hank Pym all along.
yeah, I just remember, like, the most gruesome one is Hulk gets, like, exploded from the inside.
I mean, once that happened, I was like, oh, it's definitely Hank Pym.
Yeah. Hulk is just made out of green goo, too. They don't show, like, blood or guts. Because, you know, they weren't going to. But,
And it does reach a problem when Loki's all like, my brother died, the fuck. I'm gonna kill all you.
yeah, Earth and Asgard are going to war.
Yeah. And even when they figure out who did it, and Loki takes out Hank Pym and has the Asgardian guys take him, he's like, great, thanks. Nice planet you got here. I think I'll take it.
Yeah, I guess the biggest diversion is Hank Pym's killing all the Avengers because his daughter was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent that got killed in the field, and then he's like...
A fun, subtle thing in that is that the mission location they reference is the mission location Black Widow referenced in Winter Soldier is where she encountered the Winter Soldier and got shot by him.
Okay.
So presumably, she got killed by Bucky.
Interesting.
Like, I like little details like that. It's not dwelled upon, it's just there for us to be like, oh!
The Thing, we know it.
Yes.
From the other movie.
We caught it. We caught
Yeah.
the reference.
Yeah, and Hank Pym's just like, I'm gonna kill everybody because my daughter died because she was tricked into joining this, like, S.H.I.E.L.D. thing.
Yep.
And he already had, like, hatred towards S.H.I.E.L.D. anyway because of Ant-Man and losing his wife and stuff.
All that shit from the movies. And we get this little moment of hope at the end. Even though Loki's conquered the Earth, we see Nick Fury. He's found Captain America, and he's called in Captain Marvel. So he's ready to fight.
Yeah, that's interesting that, like a new Avengers team, which is, like, Nick Fury and Captain Marvel and Captain America.
It's two captains.
Yep.
Yeah. And I guess they kind of missed the chance to, like, at least in that brief little battle we saw, it's like, you know, Rhodey's got an Iron Man armor at this point in time.
Yeah, you're right. So,
Yeah.
could have had War Machine.
Yeah, War Machine could be part of that group.
Yeah. That would have been cool.
Yeah. I mean, we'll never see that universe again. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess we won't. Although, that one would be an interesting one to pick up from.
Maybe. You never know where they might go back to in the next season.
Yeah. So what's next, Bill?
Next is, what if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands? Which is probably the best episode.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that, like, kind of diverges in an interesting way where Doctor Strange goes to whatever he was going to.
They were going to some party.
Yeah, party, and...
The girl's what's her name's his date.
Yeah.
His love interest from that movie. I don't remember her name.
I don't remember her name either.
She was in this episode. She reprised the role. She died like 47 times.
I'm sure he said her name like a million times and we just can't remember it. We're bad people.
He said it in anguish so often. He watched her die so many times because no matter what he did, she just kept dying. It's like, I got her to the party. She fucking had a heart attack. I stood her up. Her apartment burned down.
Yeah.
Like, you can reach a point where it's like, you know what, we're walking, and then she just gets struck by lightning, an anvil falls on her.
Yeah.
She gets crushed by the Hulk.
And he can't change it because, like, the Watcher, throughout these, the Watcher's kind of, like, in the background, but this is, like, the first one he kind of just gets involved in at the end because Doctor Strange...
Before we get to that, he tries to, like, make himself more powerful.
Right.
Because we kind of skip past the events of the first Doctor Strange movie, which happened more or less the same, I guess, except no Christine.
Yeah.
Hey, I remembered her name!
Hey! Christine,
Yeah,
alright.
shit, it came to me. I'm shocked. And then he's just like trying to like make himself more and more powerful to use because using the time stone wasn't enough, so he like starts absorbing these like magical creatures, making himself more and more powerful. And as he's getting more powerful, the Watcher's like, I should warn him, he's on the wrong path. And he's like, the fuck said that?
Yeah, I guess as a theme that like kind of connects some of this stuff is, I guess the more powerful you become in your universe, the more aware you become of the Watcher.
Yeah. And I do notice as the show goes on, like, I didn't even notice him in the sky in like the first couple. I only started to notice him in like the third one.
Yeah.
And he gets more and more prominent as they go.
Right. It's a nice little subtle touch that...
Oh, yeah.
Because I guess, like, the thing with the Watcher is, like, he's, like, everywhere and, like, nowhere at the same time.
Pretty much. And that's maintains even in, like, the regular non-what-if comics. Often the Watcher will be, like, drawn into the background of, like, a major event. And they'll often say, it's like, it's the Watcher. He only ever shows up when something important's about to happen. Like, I remember you see the Watcher shortly before Wolverine died, I think. It's like, oh, shit, he's watching this.
Interesting.
Shit's about to go down.
Yeah, so Doctor Strange absorbs a bunch of monster juice.
And it's causing some calamity. The world is starting to, like, collapse. The universe is starting to collapse. All of a sudden, the Ancient One pulls out another Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I made another one. I split your timeline or some bullshit.
Yeah, to try to, like, stop you, and the bad one wins the fight between the two Doctor Stranges.
Achieving his becoming even more powerful. He manages to bring back Christine just in time for the entire universe to cease and her to die in his arms.
Yeah.
Again. And as he's like trying to prevent the universe collapsing around him, he pleads for the Watcher to help him. It's like, I can see you. I know what you are. You're basically a god. And he's like, no, I'm not. I'm just a Watcher. I just look at things.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You did this to yourself.
I don't have, like, armor and stuff. What are you talking about?
Shut up. That's some anime bullshit. Fuck you.
It is interesting that, like, Doctor Strange completely destroys his universe, and, like, the only thing that's, like, left is just him kind of, like, in this, like, kind of, like, bubble shield.
Yeah.
And that's, like, he's just, like, surrounded by blackness. And
Yeah. In a prison of his own making. It's just this massive downer ending.
Yeah.
Really well done shit. Really good.
Yep. What was next, then?
What if zombies?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
This, I think, might be one of the other really good ones. I really enjoyed this one.
Yep, it was very Zombieland.
It's a lot of fun. It starts out, it's Avengers Infinity War. Hulk crashes into the earth. He's like, Thanos is coming. Hello? Anyone home?
Yeah.
And then he goes outside. The children of Thanos show up. It's like, hear me, people of this dump hole. Iron Man and Doctor Strange and Wong are attacking me. And Bruce Banner's like, yeah, get him, guys. Oh my God, what are you doing? Why are you eating them?
Yeah.
They're zombies.
Yep.
Because like 2 weeks earlier, the events of Ant-Man and the Wasp were happening, and Hank Pym, bastard at it again. In this universe, Janet
was infected by a quantum virus.
Yeah, which turned her into a zombie. And then she bit Hank. They returned to normal size somehow. I'm not sure how they ended up managing to go back to the pod and then back to normal.
Maybe it just worked differently, and like Hank. Maybe Hank got bit, didn't understand what was happening.
Maybe he tried to escape.
Escaped, and then turned into a zombie after he escaped.
Maybe. It's fine. And then they immediately start eating Ant-Man. All hell breaks loose. We see a group of Avengers reunite to try to stop it. Iron Man, Black Widow with blonde hair, Captain America, Black Panther's there, and they all immediately get attacked by zombies. And flash forward, all hell's breaking loose. Bruce Banner's, he's having his Hulk problems. He's like, oh God, gets saved by Wasp and Spider-Man, freaking out, doesn't know what's going on. Meets a bunch of survivors. We got Okoye, we got Happy Hogan, we got Bucky.
Yeah.
We got Ant-Man's buddy for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
David's Small Chin's back, because of course he is.
He's in everything.
Hell yeah. What's he doing on the East Coast?
Yeah, that's true.
How did he get there? I just realized that.
Sure.
Is that part of the diversions where he took a holiday to New York City for the weekend?
Yeah.
Like, okay, whatever, fine. It's a different universe. It's all good. Yeah, it's whatever. It's fine. He's fine.
It's fine.
And was there anyone else in that group?
Yeah, no, you said everybody. You said Happy Hogan and all the people.
Bucky.
Yeah. Oh, Wasp.
Yeah, I said her.
Oh, then yeah, you said everybody.
All right, cool. And it's a zombie. It's basically a zombie movie from there.
Yeah.
In which wait, what's her name? Sharon.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She's in it. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that one again because I'm not remembering a lot.
I knew I was missing somebody. And this is a zombie movie. They all get picked off, often by other superhero zombies.
Yeah.
We get a confrontation between Bucky and Captain America zombie. Bucky gets the shield, cleaves that motherfucker in half.
Yeah, it's weird too because the Marvel zombies in the comics were kind of smart.
There's a little bit of intelligence because they can still do their things.
Yeah.
Like Doctor Strange is still doing magic.
Yeah, because in the comics, the way it was, if I'm remembering correctly, they would get the hunger, eat people, and then regain their sense of self and be like, "Oh my God, what did I do?"
Sometimes I think they were acting like that as they were eating.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mary Jane. I'm sorry, Aunt May.
Yeah.
They go to try to pursue a cure. And the big highlight, because this is the Spider-Man episode, essentially.
Yeah.
We get mention of Uncle Ben for the first time in a Marvel Studios thing.
Yeah. Ever.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Also, personality-wise, he feels more Spider-Man to me.
He does.
He's quippy. He's using quips to hide the fact that he's just sad and depressed.
Yeah.
Like
he's guilty.
Like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's guilty.
He doesn't feel like Iron Man Jr. He felt like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Even though he did get a cape for a minute. They go to I think it's that base in New Jersey they keep going back to.
Right. The Arnhem Zola base.
Because they got like a message like, hey, this might be a cure or something. And there they find Vision.
Because he's a robot and the zombie virus doesn't affect him.
And the Mind Stone keeps the zombies away.
Yeah.
But of course they discover there's a dark side to Vision here.
Oh my God, it's so dark.
He's feeding people to the zombified Wanda.
He's feeding pieces of Black Panther to Wanda.
Yeah, he cut his leg off.
Oh my God.
It's so fucked up.
I was like, jeez.
Why is the Wanda-Vision relationship so terrible for everyone around them?
Yeah.
You got Wanda torturing all those people here in New Jersey. You got Vision feeding people.
Why New Jersey?
New Jersey? What the fuck? Get the fuck out of New Jersey, Marvel. Get your horrible monsters, Wanda and Vision, out of my state.
Seriously.
The fuck, man. Get the hell out of here. Jeez.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's pretty horrifying.
Like at the end, we're left with only 3 seeming survivors. Hulk and, honestly, Bucky are kind of ambiguous because we last see Hulk fighting zombie Scarlet Witch, and Bucky just gets knocked away. He could probably have survived that because he survived worse.
Yeah.
And then we got Spider-Man, one-legged Black Panther, and the head of Ant-Man, who's been reanimated.
Which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like the Futurama heads in the jar.
Oh, definitely.
He keeps making like all these really bad like puns and stuff about.
Because much like Spider-Man, he's deflating with humor.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, like Vision ripping the Mind Stone out of his head
at the worst possible time.
Yeah.
And they got to flee to Wakanda, which is allegedly the only safe haven because of their force field. But then it turns out not, because there's a zombie Thanos waiting for them.
And he has all the Infinity Stones.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Why is he even in Wakanda, though?
I don't know. Did Wakanda have
No.
one? Yeah, they didn't have any of them.
Thanos went to Wakanda because the Mind Stone was there.
Yeah.
The Mind Stone's not there.
Yeah. I don't know. Different reality.
It's just a dark ending, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess maybe he found the Time Stone on Zombie Doctor Strange, and Zombie Doctor Strange bit him, and he was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I guess so.
So it doesn't explain why he's in Wakanda.
Maybe. I don't know. There's technology here. Who knows? Moving on.
What if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark?
Right.
So we start literally all the way back at the beginning, that fateful moment where Tony Stark and his, well, he's got a different phone in this universe,
Yeah.
is about to get that shrapnel in the chest, but Killmonger saves the day suddenly. And you're left wondering, is this version of Killmonger going to be not a bad guy? Oh no, he's a worse guy.
Yeah.
Because he's doing way worse things.
Kind of. It's interesting because, in the movie, I guess he always was this, but, like, it kind of really emphasizes how he's, like, more or less like a villainous mastermind type villain, as well as, like, somebody who could, like, throw down, too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like he's got the plan. He's kind of playing the long game with Tony Stark.
Oh yeah.
It's like befriending him. He's just like, hey, I have an idea for some robots. And this version of Tony Stark never really got his lesson of, I make weapons and they kill people, and that's bad. He's just like, I'm making more weapons. Also, more alcohol, I guess, too.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't learn humility. He doesn't get more tactical.
Yeah.
And, eventually, Killmonger kills him. He kills Rhodey. He kills Black Panther.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Crazy. And I'm trying to remember exactly, because this one was okay. I think it was one of the weaker ones for me, though.
It's all right.
It kind of jumped around a little bit. I guess he ends up, like, taking over Wakanda because, like, he tricks them into thinking, like, the U.S. wants to go to war with them for kind of, like, flimsy reasons.
He kind of played both sides. He
Yeah.
frames the Wakandans for the murder of Tony, but though Pepper and Shuri are kind of onto him and vow to team up at the end.
Yeah.
And Black Panther warns him from the ancestral plane, is it called?
Yeah.
He's all like, you keep this shit up, it's gonna fucking backfire on you.
Yeah. The spirit realm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also becomes, like, the Black Panther. Like, they give him the root, and
he's got the golden jaguar armor, though, he had in the movie.
Yeah.
For some reason, even though
I guess
it wouldn't have been built yet because Shuri made
Shuri made that.
Yeah, and she didn't make it yet.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what? You know what? I think I know why they did that. For if they release a what if toy of Killmonger, they just have to re-release the same toy they already made.
It's a good plan. There we go.
Yep. Not really a lot to say. This one is just yet another one where Tony Stark dies, because that's a recurring theme in this series for some reason.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess because I guess him dying is a fixed point in time. Just depends on how he dies.
Yeah, I guess that's true. He always dies, even in the main universe.
Spoilers.
I guess next was Party Thor?
What if Thor was an only child?
Yeah. So this one was the one that, like, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but turned out to be really good, actually.
It's a fun one.
Yeah. Thor is pretty much a spoiled rotten brat because he has no brother.
Yeah, because the point of difference here is Odin was like, hey, a baby. I should find this baby's parents.
Yeah.
Instead of, hey, a baby. Dibs.
Sweet, free baby.
And without like a little brother pestering him, Thor was just completely spoiled.
Yeah.
He's basically every rich, spoiled brat you see in reality show television. And he goes to Earth to have a party!
Yeah.
Because Odin's sleeping and Frigga's out of town. And he's like, I'm going to Earth to party!
Yeah.
Because even Heimdall doesn't look at this dump.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. there's some interesting points of like differences. Like we see like Loki as like the frost giant.
Yeah.
And like even though he's like kind of like, you know, they always said he was like a smaller frost giant.
He's just bigger here.
He's like just gigantic still though.
I guess this Loki was not smaller.
Well,
because he's just a full-size frost giant.
No, he was smaller than the other frost giants.
Not by much.
Yeah. Because I thought, like, maybe, like, Odin or Freya used their magic to make him, like, human-looking and shit.
I mean, maybe looking, but I don't think they altered his size.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless they did. I don't fucking know.
Maybe they did.
They'll lie and say it was the plan all along.
Yeah.
And just wouldn't give an answer. But, yeah, it was kind of funny how this version of Thor and Loki probably have the best relationship.
Yeah.
Because they're just genuine friends. There's no animosity between them.
Yeah.
They're just party bros. It's like, dude, my man.
They just make jokes and all that stuff. Also, like, Surtur is like a bro. He's trying to hook up with the Statue of Liberty for some reason.
It's the only thing that's his size.
Yeah. Jane and Thor still kind of have a romance. Thor gets a tattoo that says science with a microscope, and I forgot what James
She got
was.
Thor's hammer and it says magic.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Darcy marries Howard the Duck, who made his second appearance in What If, because he was in the
Yeah.
Star-Lord T'Challa one.
Yeah, and I guess it's like they have to, you know, clean up the party before Mom gets home, pretty much.
Before that happens, S.H.I.E.L.D. gets desperate, and because Nick Fury gets incapacitated in a pretty funny way because of Korg,
Oh yeah.
they call in Captain Marvel, and they just have a brawl.
Yeah.
They're just knocking each other across continents. I love it at the end of the first encounter, Thor just puts the hammer on her. I honestly thought it would have been funny as hell if he just left it on her for the rest of the episode. And it's like, no, bullshit.
Yeah. I guess also like they made it like seem like now that like it's like Captain Marvel is so strong that like if she goes to like full strength, she might accidentally like blow up the planet. It's like there's some like Dragon Ball Z stuff happening there.
Yeah, that's not boring at all.
Yeah. It's like she's like the Superman of this universe.
Even Superman's not that powerful.
Yeah.
But also, you gotta have things that could counter that.
Yeah.
Somehow, villains to fight that are also that powerful.
True.
That was a problem with that Captain Marvel movie. She just had people that were way weaker than her.
That's true.
Like once she went full strength, it was kind of boring.
She needs a nemesis that's as strong as she is.
Yeah, like Man of Steel, Superman fought Zod. It was fun. Who'd Captain Marvel fight? That guy that she one-punched?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's boring. There should have been someone else who had Dragon Ball Z powers in that movie.
Yeah, maybe in the next movie.
Maybe.
But yeah, they fight, and yeah, eventually, I mean, I guess.
Like, this is wacky hijinks, this episode. It was meant to be a lighter episode.
Yeah.
You know, Thor and Jane, they're legitimately kind of in love. Thor asks Jane out on a date. It's kind of it's romantic. It's nice. Everything's going great. There's this great moment with the Watcher who's doing his narration bit. He's just like, and as they say children say on Earth and Asgard alike, they lived happily ever. Wait, what? And a portal opens up, and out walks freaking Infinity Ultron with all the stones, here to fucking wreak havoc.
Yeah. So I guess one more what if was what if Ultron won.
Yep.
So more or less Age of Ultron, except he gets the Vision body.
Yeah, they failed to secure it or something.
So I guess like none of that like Sokovia stuff happens then, since he got like the Vision body.
Yeah, he doesn't drop Sokovia. He gets a whole... Because there's that moment where I guess he goes to the place to try to get nuclear launch codes, but they thwart him.
Yeah.
But he's got the Vision body, so he just fucks everybody up.
Yeah.
And blows up most of the Earth, leaving just Hawkeye and Black Widow alive.
Yeah, because the Vision body more or less is like
It's
pretty much unstoppable. It's made out of vibranium. It's got an Infinity Stone.
Yeah, they're literally none of them could do anything about it, I guess. Not even Hulk and Thor, I guess.
Yeah. It is pretty funny, but like kind of weird too, where like Thanos shows up and then like Ultron just like immediately like cuts him in half.
He's just like, huh.
Yeah, like it's funny too, because like it makes sense because it's like Ultron's a robot. He wouldn't ask like, "Who are you?" He's just like, you came from a portal, neutralized. Like,
or even more
or
so,
just like you're organic.
oh, someone alive, dead.
Yeah.
And does that in like a microsecond. Thanos doesn't even have the time to react.
Yeah, it takes that stone.
Because Thanos would just assume someone would be like, "Who are you?" And he'd be like, "I am inevitable."
Yeah.
Or some bullshit.
Do a speech.
Yeah.
I forgot, did Thanos have like he had a couple of the stones, right?
He had all of them.
He had all of them, so
somehow.
yeah, Infinity Ultron.
Some different stuff was happening in space in this universe.
Clearly, 'cause, yeah, he even had the Soul Stone, and
yeah,
Vision just took all the stones. And
it was just like, oh, there's other planets, and we just see him wreaking havoc across the universe, I guess.
Yeah.
We see him kill the Guardians of the Galaxy, Ego, then Captain Marvel tries to stop him, doesn't work.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, yeah, fuck you, and just blows up 9 planets as well as her. It's pretty freaking crazy.
It is crazy.
And then there's that great moment where he's just like, finally. And then the Watcher starts narrating as the robot realized all shit was fucked up and he had no mission and no fulfillment. You just see like Ultron being like, fuck.
He became aware of the Watcher, and then I guess because of the Infinity Stones, he was able to like go into like the Watcher's like world between worlds place.
Yeah.
And
so I guess at least those Infinity Stones can work in other universes.
Yeah, that was one thing I was like, kind of like.
Or at least all the Infinity Stones, because Doctor Strange. Oh, we'll get to that one.
Yeah, like my nerd spirit inside me was like the actually guy being like, actually the Infinity Stones don't work unless they're in their home universe. But I'm like, well, I guess these ones just work wherever.
Because like that was the thing that you assumed with like the Loki show, because the TVA was outside of time and space, and the Infinity Stones were just glorified paperweights.
Yeah.
So it just kind of makes you wonder. Whatever. It led to a crazy, awesome fight scene.
Yeah.
Where the Watcher was just like, oh shit, and Ultron attacked him.
Yeah. So Ultron begins exterminating all life in the multiverse.
Yep.
And the finale episode, what if the Watcher broke his oath, right?
Yep.
And I guess it's the Watcher assembling a team of all the universes that we saw previously into his multiverse
and
Avengers.
One we didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there were supposed to be 10 episodes, but because of COVID, they couldn't finish the 9th. Some kind of episode where Tony Stark ends up on Sakaar. I think supposedly through the wormhole in Avengers, like maybe it closes and he doesn't end up falling back to Earth, and he just ends up on Sakaar.
Oh, okay. So like the wormhole, like he ends up like coming out of the devil's anus then.
Yes.
Okay.
So he just ends up there.
Cool.
He built like some kind of crazy makeshift Iron Man Hulkbuster looking suit.
Have like alien technology.
Yeah,
and
he
shit.
befriends Gamora, who I guess killed Thanos in that universe, and she's wearing his armor.
Nice.
And they work together to get rid of the Infinity Stones. That sounds like it'd be a fun episode to watch.
Yeah, I wonder if Jeff Goldblum would have been in it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, they got him for the Party Thor episode, so if he's in it, I'm sure he does a voice.
Yeah, I wonder if they did like the voice work for it and just never got to like animate it.
I think the animation probably couldn't get done in time. I mean, we're gonna get it. We just have to wait till season 2.
Okay.
So we will get to see it.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the Guardians of the Multiverse, I think. Yeah,
Oh,
it's the
okay,
Guardians of the
Guardians
Multiverse.
of the Multiverse.
Star-Lord T'Challa, Killmonger, Doctor Strange Supreme,
Yeah.
Party Thor.
Right. Not
What?
Spiderman for some reason.
I know, right?
Like, yeah.
No one from the zombie episode's part of the team.
Yeah.
Who else did they get? Anyone else?
Gamora.
Gladiator Gamora. From the
Yeah.
looks of it, I'm just going with it.
Captain Carter.
Captain Carter, yep, I forgot about her.
And I think that's it.
And they pick up a stray Black Widow along the way
Yeah, that's right.
from the Ultron Won universe, where she's like the only living thing left alive in that universe.
Right. Her and Hawkeye tried to like dispatch Ultron with like a virus made by that Arlem Zolom guy.
Oh, literally, the virus is him.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's cool. You know, they fight Ultron and they save the day, as it were.
Yeah, really good action in the final episode. It gets like pretty ridiculous. I mean, like, the Watcher, like, is just like, time for me to fight, and he's just like, armor mode activate.
Well, that was in the second to last episode. But yeah, that was insane. There's that crazy shot in the second to last episode where Ultron's just like a giant head consuming a galaxy, Galactus style.
Yeah.
Like, they went crazy. I remember seeing like some reactions, like the people online who were just like, oh shit, man. Thanos was humble.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Thanos was like holding back. Ultron was like, fuck all of you. Fuck everything.
Yeah, man, if he had that vision body.
Oh, man. I do like how we see like the obvious signs of Killmonger's up to something.
Yeah.
But it was all part of the plan.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's some pretty fun scenes where, you know, they all kind of tell each other about their universes and everything, and
it's like, oh, my universe has a Captain America. Steve Rogers got the super soldier serum. And Peggy's like, oh, my.
Yeah. One thing that's interesting, too, the final episode begins with, like, Captain Carter being, like, once again being like, hey, you remember Winter Soldier? What if Captain Carter was in Winter Soldier?
They literally just do the beginning of Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Literally the exact same conversation between Steve and Natasha, except with, like, Peggy and Natasha.
Yeah, like the same basic subject. It's like, you going out on any dates? There's that person from work.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's, like, even, like, the same thing where it's just, like, so-and-so in accounting.
Yeah, except it was, like, Bernard this time.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, I don't know, whatever.
I think it was Betty.
Was it B name?
Yeah, I could be wrong, but
I don't know.
it was kind of funny, though.
Oh, yeah, and
She
it is
even
cool.
has, like, the modified Captain Britain uniform.
Yeah,
like
she
the
did.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, like the Secret Avengers, whatever suit that they use from the comic.
Yeah.
I like that through this episode, we got a lot of closure that we didn't get in the other episodes. It's like, oh no, what happened with the Peter Quill and Ego? Oh, T'Challa Star-Lord saved him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, what happened with Party Thor and his world? Oh, we saved it, it's fine. What happened with that universe where Loki conquered the world? Oh, well, he called in Captain Marvel and Captain America, and we gave him a spare Black Widow, and they defeated Loki.
Yeah.
Was there another one that I'm missing?
No.
Oh no, and what about Killmonger? Well, we see that he's getting besieged already by like the other Wakandans, and like what's her name's there with Shuri,
Yeah.
and then he gets his comeuppance in the end when he tries to double cross everybody, and him and Zola are just locked in combat forever.
Yeah, it is interesting because, like, Killmonger, you know, being as smart as he is, like, kind of figures out the way how, like, I guess Ultron's nanotech works.
Yeah.
And, like, makes, like, a pretty much, like, oh, I'm gonna take, like, your shit and, like, make my Infinity armor with the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
But then, like, they shot Ultron with the Arlem Zola virus, and, like, they get locked into, like, a eternal struggle within one of Watcher's, like, sub-universe bubbles. Or, I guess Doctor Strange?
Yeah, Doctor Strange made it.
Yeah.
Because Doctor Strange Supreme, it almost seemed like he didn't need the others. He only needed them there to be like, just keep him distracted while I do the thing that needs to be done.
Yeah.
And I guess part of the plan was just like, hey, they just knew, like the Watcher knew what Killmonger was going to do.
Yeah.
Killmonger should have listened to his T'Challa instead of murdering him.
Yeah, I guess the main thing too is like as long as the Infinity Stones weren't in like on somebody, their power couldn't be used. So by them just being in a struggle and the Infinity Stones like just being in the middle, it's like Doctor Strange can contain that moment now and forever.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing happening in his universe.
Yeah, and he has a time stone.
Yeah. And his time stone works. Like,
Look, I mean, at least in Marvel What If, that rule doesn't apply.
Yeah.
It's just like how in the comics, if you have all the Infinity Stones in the Infinity Gauntlet, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it's like you got to close your fist, and there's like a physical toll.
Yeah.
And like if you're not strong enough, you'll just die. Because if Iron Man in the comics had the Infinity Gauntlet and snapped Thanos away, he'd be like, whew, all right. Drinks on me. Snap. All right.
Yeah.
And he'd be like Q in Star Trek. He'd like snap his fingers. And there's girls everywhere. Everybody's got a cigar and a drink in their hands. Be like, yeah, party time.
Yeah, it'd be like the end of Caddyshack.
Hey, everybody, we're all gonna get laid.
Yeah. But yeah, that was Marvel What If. And I guess we're getting more What If eventually. And...
There's a second season in the works. We already know that the one episode we will get is the one based on the whole Gamora Iron Man team up thing. Presumably, this post-credit scene teases more stuff with Captain Carter.
Yeah, Steve, at least his armor survived.
But there's somebody in there, so is Steve been Winter Soldiered?
That would be interesting.
Stevel's coming.
Oh my god.
But it's skinny little Stevel.
Wow. They might do like the evil Captain America.
But he's like not Captain America. He's a tiny man in an armor.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That would be interesting.
It'd be very sad.
Yeah, like he wakes up and he's all bad.
Yeah.
And he's like brainwashed and shit.
Yeah, you can smack some sense into him. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being a thing. Hopefully they do more with Spider-Man. It doesn't have to be the zombie universe Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what would you want to see?
What if Spider-Man was Spider-Man?
We'll never get that.
I mean, like, if they all have to be, like, divergences from, like, the other movies, I'm trying to think of some, like, interesting scenarios.
What if Tony Stark fought the Mandarin? The real Mandarin?
Ah, that'd be interesting. Or, yeah.
What if Red Guardian actually fought Captain America?
Oh, that would be a good one. That would be pretty fun.
What if Cap gave the shield to Bucky? What if
Civil War turned out differently?
What if Captain America and Iron Man were on different sides?
Ah.
What if it was reversed?
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, because then you'd have Spider-Man still on the rogue side, because Tony Stark would still recruit him because he's a bastard.
Yeah. I wonder if they would be able to do this, but like, what if Bruce Banner wasn't the Hulk? Just
They could probably do something with that.
yeah, that would be one.
Would someone else get irradiated, like Betty or
Rick.
Red Hulk?
Yeah, maybe.
There's no Rick.
Oh, there is no Rick. What the hell?
I mean,
Yeah.
I think there's a Rick, but I think it's just an Easter egg.
Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to like look over to my MCU movies, and I'm like, which ones do they do? There's like 25 of these movies now.
I'm sure there's more they could do in the Guardian side of things. It does seem like they wanted to do more with Star-Lord T'Challa. They were claiming that they were even considering a spin-off.
Yeah, that one was kind of like, it was really good.
I'm like, there's part of me that says, just do it anyway. It's just a voice.
Yeah,
but
it's a cartoon.
I know. It's a weird, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do whatever you think is the right thing.
Right.
Chadwick Boseman seemed to really love the Star-Lord T'Challa, so I think they should go forward with it because he thought it was fun and awesome. And
Yeah.
I think it's better to make more of that than not to have it at all because, hey, he loved it. It's a tribute.
Yeah.
It may not sound like him anymore, but it'll always look like him.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What else?
There's a lot of things you could do that, like, I don't know, may turn out differently. Like,
What if Loki was worthy?
that would have been pretty good. Yeah. I guess you could do one, what if, like, Hank Pym never stopped being Ant-Man?
Old man Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, but it'd just be another Hank Pym goes crazy stories.
And kills everybody.
We just had that episode.
Yeah.
Because the Pym particles make you crazy, apparently.
True. Yeah, it's hard to think, like, I wonder if they would, like, dare do, like, what if, like, any of the Fox X-Men movies went differently? Probably not.
No, I think they're just going to stick with the MCU. Maybe if they still do What If by the time they introduce some X-Men stuff, we could just be like, what if Wolverine was the first Avenger or something?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of, like, some other Ant-Man divergences that would be interesting, but I can't really think of any that are not a joke. Like, what if Baskin-Robbins didn't know?
What if... I've seen that fan art.
Yeah.
I don't know, what if Hope was Ant-Girl or Ant-Woman?
That's true. What if Hope was, Ant-Woman, I guess.
And then Scott Lang becomes the Wasp.
There we go.
They just role reverse.
Yeah. It's kind of what they do with these.
Sometimes it's just like, for want of a nail, this happened.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there's any other...
Oh, I got one. What if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. mattered?
Oh, mean. What if Daredevil existed?
Oh, man. I hope it does.
Me too.
There's all those rumors, like
I know.
Kingpin's showing up, and I'm
know.
like,
I
want to believe.
I'll believe it when I fucking see it. I
Yeah.
don't believe. That's the more pragmatic, sensible way to go.
Yeah. Man, I can't think of anything.
What if Thanos won, but he did?
What if the timeline actually made sense in the MCU? Like, Avengers took place 10 years before Spider-Man
8
Homecoming.
years.
Oh, it was 8 years?
Yes.
I thought it was 10 years.
It said 8 years.
Oh, okay.
Still makes no sense.
Yeah.
Though they've admitted that was a fuck up.
Yeah, okay.
So it's best to just ignore that.
Never mind.
I don't know.
What if the Dark Elves won?
Well, I was going to say, what if not Carol, but her friend got exploded by the Infinity Stone and got powers?
Oh.
Because, sometimes they just like, what if these two characters swap places? It's just like with Captain Carter.
Yeah.
Except it would be Captain Photon.
There we go.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of stuff they could do. What if Captain America didn't get frozen?
Oh, that would be cool.
Because then you could get like a story where he prevents Zola from like infiltrating S.H.I.E.L.D. with Hydra.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
And then you could see like more 1940s romance between Steve and Peggy, where it's just like their romance just kept blossoming and everything's happy. That could be like a happy ending episode.
Yeah, would we go to the present day and like old Captain America would be kind of like the Nick Fury, and then
Yes.
Nick Fury would be like the Maria Hill then?
Well, he'd be like, I think you would have like him there as like a supporting leader, and like you see like a very different Tony Stark who's wearing like the Iron Patriot armor.
Yeah, because
in this,
like Captain America probably was like,
he's like honorary uncle and
Yeah.
stuff, and Howard Stark never got murdered and was probably a better dad.
I guess like maybe Captain America, if he was around the whole time, maybe the whole Winter Soldier thing would have been resolved earlier.
Oh, definitely. Like they catch Zola, they find Bucky.
Yeah.
Maybe he still has 2 arms.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like the most interesting one now that you've pitched that.
Yeah.
Like,
You know where to find me, Kevin Feige. On this YouTube channel nobody watches.
yep.
I got a pitch for you. It's pretty good. I just made it up.
Yeah. That would be totally cool.
I like it.
Yeah, and I can't even think of any other ones that are probably that good. So,
Yeah, I kind of broke the curb there, didn't I?
yep.
So, would you recommend What If? It was fun, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't think you're gonna have to watch it going forward. Maybe Captain Carter might show up in live action. There's rumors. Who
There's
knows?
always rumors.
Yeah. What can you say?
But yeah, and you got all your cool What If toys now.
Yeah, I got What If T'Challa Star-Lord? What If Tony Stark's corpse? That's a bit mean.
You got this pretty cool What If Spider-Man. Hey, wait a minute. This is Spider-Man from Homecoming. This cape comes right off, Bill.
This podcast is over.